Welcome, beautiful damsels, to another amazing episode of Women's Arena. For the benefit of our new viewers, Women's Arena is a show where we talk about everything about women, from health, sexuality, weird facts, relationship, and so much more. I'm still your beautiful host, Adekbeju. So sit back and relax. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Today on the show, I'm going to be talking about self-esteem. We have the high self-esteem and the low self-esteem, but I'll focus more on the low self-esteem. Then I'm going to be giving you 10 important facts about the vagina. Yes, the vagina is one of the most important organs in the body. And I promise you, this episode is going to be fun. I'm sure you're excited because I am too. What is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the way we value ourselves or perceive ourselves or even look at ourselves. We have the high self-esteem and the low self-esteem, but we actually center more on low self-esteem because it's actually common among we ladies. The way we look at ourselves, we feel other people are better than us. Even when people compliment us, we feel they're actually lying or they might be deceiving us. You don't like the way you look, you feel you're too big, you're too slim, your tummy is big and all that. Sweetheart, let me tell you, you are beautiful just the way you are. Even your place of work, you're actually doing good, but you feel your colleagues are actually doing better than you. You see, nobody will encourage you. You are the one to encourage yourself. You understand? Because everybody actually centering on themselves too. So before you can actually have that high self-esteem, it actually starts from you. You have to encourage yourself. When you wake up every morning, look at the mirror. They say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Why don't you behold yourself in the mirror? Tell yourself, I'm wonderfully and beautifully made. Don't allow anybody, talk to you or tell you you're not good enough in anything you do. I used to be a victim of low self-esteem. Yeah, my tummy. I had a big tummy then, and then people would be like, oh, look at her tummy, she's too fat, in fact, I actually had, the worst time of my life then. But I decided to tell myself, wait, if people are saying this about me, I shouldn't look at myself that way, because I told myself, okay, I might be big, I might be this, I might be that, but I'm still beautiful. So I told myself, I looked in the mirror, when I wake up, that is very important. And I had to tell myself that, hey, damsel, you are beautiful. Don't let anybody, talk to you or tell you you are not good enough. I'm going to be giving you 10 important facts about the vagina. Number 1, vaginal discharge is perfectly normal. If you see a whitish discharge from your vagina, please no cause for alarm because they are perfectly normal. It was created that way to release discharges. Number 2, fungal infections are common. Now, fungal yeast infection is the most common infection when it comes to vagina because researchers have actually researched that most women actually have this fungal yeast infection, because even though you have the infection, no cause for alarm because it can be easily treated. Number 3, a man's semen can change the pH and odor of your vagina. Yes, what is pH? pH is the level of acidity because your vagina has an acidic environment. So if a man's semen enters, it can actually change the way it smells or the level of the pH, the level of the acidic content of your vagina. Number 4, having sex has nothing to do with the stiffness of your vagina. Now, this is a common myth. So people believe that the more they have sex, the more wider their vagina is, or the less they have sex, the more stiff their vagina is. This has nothing to do with vagina. If you have sex 100 times a day or 20 times a day or 5 times a day, it has nothing to do with the stiffness or the elasticity of your vagina. Number 5, vagina are quite acidic, even like chlorine, hence the discoloration of the underwear. I'm sure most of you notice that even though you wear white underwear, you notice it's kind of changing color, but because of the environment of your vagina, the vagina is acidic, so the chemicals of the vagina actually changes the color of your pants. So if you see that the color of your pants is actually changing, no cause for alarm because it is perfectly normal. Number 6, if your vagina smells or discharge yellow or brownish color, please visit your doctor. Exactly. And remember I said earlier that vaginal discharge is normal, but if you notice that it starts smelling or the discharge that you are seeing is actually brownish and it has a foul smell, please consult your doctor because there is a problem. Vaginal discharge is normal because the normal discharge is actually white. The discharge is like a whitey, is mucus and like a whitish mucus. But if you notice that it's brown and it has a foul smell, then there's a problem. Number 7, wear cotton pants. Silk and satin lace can irritate your vulva and change the pH. Yes, please ladies, those of you that are wearing lace and satin or silk kind of pants, please stop, because this is actually not good for your vagina and the vulva. No, the vulva is inside the vagina, don't worry, we'll talk about that some other time. But those of you wearing cotton pants, actually that is actually the best kind of pants to wear. But if you are wearing silk or satin or lace kind of pants, it is not good or not healthy for your vagina. Number 8, stop using soap while washing the vagina. Yeah, we're all guilty of this. It's common among us to use soap to wash our vagina while bathing. Well, medical doctors have actually realized that doing that is actually very wrong, because the vagina is acidic. The reason why the vagina is acidic is because it actually prevents some infection, some bacterial infection, because there are some bacteria that actually they can't survive in an acidic environment. So the more we keep washing our vagina with soap, the more we are actually washing the acids of, reducing the pH. And when we reduce the pH, the vagina will be unable to fight against or prevent some infections. Number 9, do not shave the pubic hair of your vagina to be completely bald. Well, we're actually guilty, or most of us are actually guilty of this, shaving the pubic hair of our vagina to be completely bald. Now, the pubic hair on the vagina also has its own advantages. It also prevents infections or germs from entering the vagina. So while shaving the vagina, please don't shave off all the hair, because it also has its advantages. The last but not the least, number 10, stop putting talcum powder on your vulva. Yeah, this is another thing we're actually guilty of. What is talcum powder? Talcum powder is that white powder we use, for makeup and all. But most of us are actually guilty of putting talcum powder on our vulva. This is actually wrong, because the chemicals in talcum powder are actually acidic or dangerous to the vulva. The more you keep putting the talcum powder on your vulva, you're actually damaging the environment of your vulva. Now, with all these 10 important facts I've told you, I'm sure you had fun and you also learned some new things. For those of us who are guilty of some of the things I mentioned, please let us do something about it, because the vagina is very important to our body, and a healthy vagina is what? An healthy woman. Well, ladies, it's time for me to take a bow. But the fun does not end here. You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Bimisola, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Girl TV. Remember, you are beautiful just the way you are. Mwah. I love you. Bye for now.